point guard has sort of been a position in flux for Syracuse. Velez, the LSU transfer, missed her first shot.
And they're trying to figure out who fits best running this team, and the point guards are trying to figure that out as well. They're all capable, but right now it's going to be by committee, according to Coach Jack.
And there's the starting five for Notre Dame. They're still deep. Liu King, the Pitt transfer, has been terrific. And Kate Koval, the freshman from Ukraine, has been refreshing and has even surprised Niele Ivey in how good she is so early.
Well, she got thrown into the fire early because of the injuries and has put in a lot of work and is doing really well for Notre Dame.
Syracuse brought the quick double to force the turnover. We take a look at the Syracuse lineup, and they get their first basket. Sophie Burrows actually was shut out. And one, and also as an assistant.
Get them going. Layups in transition. Easy shots.
Ties the game up at 2. Burrows off the rim. Miles all the way across court, received that pass from Hidalgo. Nice pass, but Koval.
The difference here is shifting to the zone defense for Notre Dame to help them combat that inside from Syracuse.
Velez just tried to penetrate on her own. Sonia Citron finally got it into Koval, who gets her first basket.
And you'll see a lot of that pick and roll from Notre Dame. It's going to be interesting to see how Syracuse deals with that.
And after missing their first 4 shots of the game, Sophie Burrows. And you're not going to see a lot of people off the bench for Notre Dame. That we can promise. That's Cassandre Prosper, the junior from Montreal. She only played 5 games last year before her season was cut short with a lower leg injury.
This zone is making Syracuse think a little bit more in terms of their offense.
Citron. Verjao with the miss, but then forced another one.
And Syracuse taking twice as many shots as Notre Dame, but shooting a much worse percentage. Shooting only 29% in that first 5-minute span. So they're not taking advantage of the opportunities they're getting.
Yeah, they certainly are not. Notre Dame's gone over 2 minutes without a point. Woolley stops in the paint, nowhere to go. And now Burrows with good defense by Emma Rior.
She averages 6 rebounds a game. Somehow she just always is around the ball when everyone else is struggling to find it.
Yeah, just an instinct.
There's a mismatch there with Verjao. They didn't get her the ball.
Yeah, Hidalgo was guarding her, and they threw it right to Hannah.
So Hannah's going to look at that tomorrow and go, look at my great post defense.
I can guard anybody. Syracuse up by 1, swept.
Certainly going to help them open up that offense a little bit more when she does come back.
They played UConn on Thursday. Don't expect her back then, but oh, what a surprise that would be.
That would be.
Well, we just saw her out today. She wasn't really doing shooting, helping, and passing during pregame. Citron with the miss. Nice play. Verjao gives them some good gritty minutes.
Well, let's see what Syracuse comes up here with half court. You bring the freshman in to run point guard. They call that timeout because they've been struggling really, trying to find a point guard that's going to get them in the right rhythm. And just have not been able to do that yet this year, just running it by committee and hoping one of the 3 will, do what they need to do. Have not seen Velez yet today.
Schmidt is a freshman from Staten Island. King bottled up. Koval has found every millimeter of real estate very difficult to navigate. She really has not made much of an impact. 2 points, one of...
Struggling really, trying to find a point guard that's going to get them in the right rhythm. And just have not been able to do that yet this year, just running it by committee and hoping one of the 3 will, do what they need to do. Have not seen Velez yet today.
Schmidt is a freshman from Staten Island. King bottled up. Koval has found every millimeter of real estate very difficult to navigate. She really has not made much of an impact. 2 points, one of...
Spread that zone out and maybe give Koval some opportunities.
Miles now with 13. That was a long 2. Hidalgo has 8. 8 points for Burroughs, leads Syracuse. Verja, that's a nice step through. Oh man, they just can't finish. Miles. Citron. Verja took one from there last time up the court. And now they're going to get Citron. Pardon me.
Sorry for the interruption. Finally taking advantage of a mismatch there. Doing a great job of pinning her defender behind her in transition. I think they can get more of that. They would just look for it.
First one on Citron. Both teams with 3 team fouls. And then Wood got a block by Prosper. She played all 45 minutes.
Yeah, she always has fun, but it felt like watching that game that she was like at home playing in the park. And she's not a trash talker with her mouth, but just her body language.
Yeah.
She's like, how dare you think you can guard me? So
Yeah.
She had a really good time.
Yeah, very fiery. 1 out of 2 in that trip.
About Woolley, she's got to make some three-point shots. She's got to be assertive. She's got to be aggressive, looking for those opportunities. Goes up against the biggest and scores.
Yeah, Hidalgo was not concerned even in the slightest about that mismatch. And then the stuff. The stuff on the shot attempt by Velez. Citron, terrific to get rid of Woolley. What a start for Notre Dame. Citron, who's sort of the anti.
And if you're Notre Dame, if you can get them one-on-one down at the bottom of that zone, you really have something. They're either going to have to play that or play the three-point shot.
Notre Dame's number 13,
So again, switching up at point guard already here, trying to figure some things out with Camp. Good pressure from Notre Dame
to get the ball. Notre Dame playing 7 players today. That's all they have available as they await Maddie Westbeld, Liza Carlin coming back this year.
Normally that would be a problem, but when your 7 players are as good as Notre Dame's players, you find ways to make sure they can stay on the court.
And Maddie Westbeld is so important. 3 white jerseys around her, and she couldn't care less. She still was able to make something happen.
Went up against Berzal again. Fearless.
Hidalgo already with 32 20-point games in her career. Just a sophomore.
I love this story. I talked with Coach Knox, who's their player development, and I asked him, I said,
Hatch is their biggest of the game, I should say.
Nice high heads by Hidalgo there to keep her from scoring 3. If she's going to score, they're going to make her do it under duress.
She is so pesty, isn't she? Just up in your grill constantly. Koval does not think she fouled, but
I think she got her a little bit with the body.
Was called for it. What a future this.
And those are things that you don't see on the stat sheet, but just part of what makes her a great player.
Tremendous player again, just a sophomore. Went over 1,000 career points in this game. National Player of the Week.